Well, good morning and jingle my bells. It is Tuesday. Welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. I hope you're well. I hope your day's got off to a cracking start. If you have set the alarms early across the pond, we appreciate you, but you've made a great decision because it is that day, the day you've all been waiting for, the Jingle All the Way collection. I think my favourite of our offerings as far as Christmas is concerned, something very different within this collection, and certainly from the hype that I saw off the countdown to launch comments, you guys are going to love this. You are all going to be shopping for this, and it is already very busy. Just off the bat, let me tell you, we're approaching 15% of the stock of the Showstopper gone. People have shopped before the show. People have got up early. People have got what they want. Now, here's the thing, and I'll tell you right from the top here, because I have a feeling this is going to really fly. It's this little bad boy here. You bad boy, the gift box set, which allows you to make the gift box with the bell in, the 3 bells, that's your problem. That is your problem, because loads of people are buying that individually, which is obviously impacting on the stock that we've got within the Showstopper, all right? So, I'll take you all around the Showstopper in just a second. That is obviously included, but I think what people are doing, they're buying the Showstopper, and then they're adding more of the gift box set in as well, because they love that idea of making those magical Christmas bell gift boxes for Christmas and Christmas Eve. So if you love, please get in, because it's going to be so super busy. I'll take you around all the whys and wherefores in just a few moments. I'll say a few hellos too, but let me say the most important hello, because we have got a day of 2 halves today. Later on tonight, launch party with the lovely Scotty Craig from Carnoustie. He's going to be in, where he'll be giving us his take on this lovely collection and loads more. But in this launch show, well, you know it's a special show when Chivs is in. Yes, we are delighted to say that the lovely Leann Chivers joins us, and I think you're a bit excited about this collection as well, aren't you, lovely Leann?
I mean, don't tell the other collections, Ben.
Uh-oh. Shh.
Put your hands over the ears of all of the other collections. This is my favourite.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, are you?
I've done it.
Oh.
I've said it, and I don't take it back, because it's true. I mean, it's like having a favourite child, Jamie, and I don't care right now, because I've only got one child, so I don't have to worry about that. This is my favourite for 2024, because it's different. It's different, and there's some stuff in here that you won't have seen in a collection from us before, and it's a little bit exciting. It's a lot exciting.
It is uber exciting. We will go through everything with Leann in just a second. Let me show you the details as far as the Showstopper is concerned, and then we will say a few hellos, and then we'll go through the boards with Leann. So, this is the Showstopper. The Showstopper collection brings you everything that Leann will just show you in a few moments' time. So you've got your stamps in here, you've got your dies in here, of course you've got all your papers in here. The collection brings you a 12x12 pad, it brings you a 6x6 pad, it brings you a beautiful linen cardstock as well, kind of what you would expect from us when it comes to these big collections. And you get your 13-piece gift box set, which includes those 3 jingle bells. You also get a little box, which Leann's got currently, of smaller jingly bells. There's 10 of those included within that pack. If you go for the Showstopper at this price here, we give you a second 12x12 pad, we give you a second 6x6 pad, but you don't pay for the second 12x12, so you get that for free. What we've sort of done really, you know, we normally give you a bonus by bundle, we've sort of put it, oh, can you hear the bells? We've sort of put it into the Showstopper for you, all right? So everything is there, plus the extra 6x6 and 12x12, but you don't pay for the second 12x12.
Santa's in a helicopter this year.
Yeah, he's just flying over now.
He's just flying over. I jingled my bells.
And there he is.
And he heard the call, and he was like, I'm there, I'm on my way. He was a bit like Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm on my way, dear. And there he is, he's landing on the...
Yeah. Ho, 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 I'm on my way, Leann. Oh, jingle my bells. £90.38. Or $119.12, I should say. If you're doing this option, by the way, don't miss out on your free shipping. You're only a few bucks away, so pop in some more papers, pop in more of those jingly bells. That's what's going to sell out the Showstopper, so go quickly on that. Let's say a few quick hellos and then we'll go through it all with Leanne. Radical Rachel on the socials. Linda's in saying good morning from Wisconsin. Crystal Hodges says hello. Lois is in Ohio. Nicole Roderick says hi everyone. My favourite collection of 2024. That's bell stamp and then lots of heart eye emojis. Laurie Barnett's in Arizona. Geraldine Sadiku says, good afternoon, Ben, Leanne and everyone. Hope you're all okay. I've been mostly hiding in the background, but really looking forward to seeing this. Chica says, good afternoon. Really looking forward to it. Brenda K. Tatchel's in. Stephen Nicole says, afternoon. I'll be getting Jingle all the way later. Go fast. Melissa Prosser's in saying, happy. She doesn't say happy at all. She says, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Rosalind's in Maryland. Joe Stone got hers this AM. Wendy Graham says, I've got this already, but I've added what was missing in my basket plus extras. Linda's got the collection. Pebble's super excited with the collection. Bought it as soon as I got the email notification. And Chica says, I've ordered the Showstopper. Now I can relax and enjoy watching the show. Yes, Lynn Morton, the Showstopper extra pads are already added. 2 6x6s, 2 12x12s. You don't pay for the second 12x12, but there is no bonus buy because it's already within the Showstopper. And remember, you get the jingly bells. Add more. They're flying. Let's have a look at this collection with lovely Leanne, her favourite collection of 2024.
Nobody needs to know. Right. It really is my favourite. I feel like it's Christmas morning. It's just so glorious, I have to say. Let's start always pièce de résistance, the 12x12 pad. This pad is absolutely incredible. Now you'll see the B-sides are also beautiful, but what you've got in here are the most exquisite papers which have a lovely traditional feel but have all of those sleigh bells featured on them. And it's unusual to have the sleigh bells because usually when we do bells we would do a traditional silver bell for Christmas, wouldn't we? But we wanted to do something that has these lovely sleigh bells. We wanted to give you the white and the silver and the gold. So sometimes it can feel a little bit Scandi, sometimes it feels very traditional. But the backs of the papers are equally glorious because you have got exquisite plaids in here with snow on them. We've got some beautiful wooden textures for that more Scandi feel. Yeah. You've got scenes where you've got the lovely fir trees and then the bells. We've got them strung along with little candle lights there as well. Beautiful Christmas florals, the Christmas rose, a poinsettia, the beautiful multi-layered texture, and then features where you've got a lovely strip included in that paper if you want to cut a piece of this and just put it on the front of a card. Looks like you've done lots of matting and layering and you haven't, so you get lots of usability in this pad. It's absolutely glorious, and look at the plaids.
They are amazing.
The B-sides are just as beautiful.
I love the candy cane frame.
Candy cane frame. So they just really feel special. Yeah. They've had lots of attention and detail. Look at that plaid. It's a jumper. That's a Christmas jumper right there. Really, really glorious. Mistletoe in here. Everything you would expect. Beautiful, beautiful papers in that Jingle Bell pad. It's glorious. You've got exactly the same in the 6x6, but you've got them smaller. Yeah. So we've just proportionately resized them down. All of the papers are the same in here. All of the B-sides are the same. You've just got them proportionately smaller. So you've got your 6x6 in there. Then you've got your linen card, and the colours in this linen card have been picked perfectly to match with your papers. I'm just going to randomly take a paper. Okay. Oh, thank you. Jamie's coming on the overhead. That will help me massively. Let's just say this one. Randomly turned it over. Yeah. Look how beautiful the matchy is for those papers in that collection. It's absolutely glorious. If I pick another, even with the plaid at the back, let me show you. Wow. Absolutely works a treat. I'll just pick another one at random. That one. Absolutely work beautifully, I have to say. So your linen, you get 6 different colours, 4 sheets of each in your linen. So that's your card stock. So you've got your 6x6, your 12x12 and your linen card. Now, sorry, I'm just having a little malfunction here. Let me just correct the malfunction. Oh dear. Bear with. There we go, I'm corrected. Lovely. I think. Malfunction. There we go. There we go. Good. Malfunction sorted. Put a wire back in. I can hear you again. Right, now then, there are things that I need to show you, and there's so many glorious things in here. I think I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go with the star of the show. Yes, do it. Am I saving it till last, or am I doing it now? No, do it now. I'm doing it now. I'm not saving it till last. This has to be... I do not make any bones about this. I don't say this lightly. This one SKU in this one collection, if I was to be asked, has to be one of the SKUs that we are the proudest of in product development, because I just think it's very, very different. You won't have seen it in a collection like this before. Look at the size of our Christmas bells here. They're absolutely gorgeous. Good. You've got 3 of those. You've got this template here, which creates a box. I'm going to show you what it creates in a second. We've got some beautiful ribbon. We've got a little tag. And then we've got the bell. Let me read it out for you. The bell will ring for those who truly believe is a sentiment. You've got the word magic. And then you've got the most exquisite little poem. I'm going to read it out for you.
Okay.
Now, can I just show you, this is what it makes. So this is what you're making. You're making the gift of, that's how excited, the camera got that excited
crashed into
about
the bell.
what we're making. It was in there. It crashed into it, didn't it? Look how fabulous that is. You've got the little bell that hangs in there, so a gift of belief. You've got the bell will ring for those who truly believe. Your poem on the top. And I just must show you, if you wanted to hang this on a tree, the lid opens for you to be able to take the bell out. Or you can give it as a gift and a keepsake. Yeah. Put some money in there if you want to. These are being made for my granddaughters. I was selfish with this year. So let me read. This is what I'm going to be reading to Ada and Edie for you. Are you ready? This is a bell from Santa's sleigh, a gift for you to keep. Ring it loud on Christmas Eve before you go to sleep. When Rudolph hears the jingle of your bell on Christmas night, he will guide the sleigh to you, his red nose shining bright. So hang it on your Christmas tree or somewhere else instead. You might just find a big surprise when you get out of bed.
Oh, I love that.
How fabulous! Does that get goosebumps?
I want a bell.
I want a bell. How fabulous is that? I just think that is a little gift for a loved one as Christmas, and a keepsake is glorious. So you get that in the collection. It comes all packaged beautifully. That's what Ben keeps referring to. That's the package. And in the package, you get your 3 bells, your template, your stamp with the poem, and then you get your believe as well. So
love it.
Brilliant for you to be able to make those. That is the thing that is going to be the standout in this collection. Now, the rest of the things are equally glorious.
Absolutely.
So, we have got a fantastic set of stamps with some brilliant sentiments on here. Jingle all the way, of course, merry and bright, joy to the world. All of the things, make a wish, season's greetings, jingle bells, all of the things you would expect. It is the most wonderful time of the year. All of the things you would expect with a Jingle Bell collection. I think the typography and the design of these,
beautiful.
Beautiful. Then we've got a gorgeous little creator card here, Sleigh Bells Ring. Are you listening?
In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight.
Walking in a winter wonderland.
Hoi, hoi.
Yeah, more. I'm just so happy. And then we've got this gorgeous edgeable, love that. We've got an incredible 3D embossing folder. And then, just as Ben and I so ably sang for you,
a sleigh bells ring.
Are you listening? And that's a really big, lovely stamp. Isn't that typography
lovely.
fabulous?
Yeah.
It fills the front of a card. You've got your big sleigh bell die set. You've got your beautiful sleigh bell stamp in here. You've got some incredible grosgrain ribbon. And you've got a whole box of little jingle bells in there too.
10 of those.
And just before I go, Ben, I'll have to show you some of these, because if that didn't convince you, this will. Look at this gift box. Little jingle... Oh my gosh, it's so fabulous. That's with the creator card with the snow inside as a shaker. Look at this.
That is amazing.
Look at that, coloured in. That is our sleigh bell with just a die cut and the beautiful papers. Look at the dimension, absolutely incredible. Here we go, the sleigh bells again. Using the B sides of the paper pad there.
Oh, okay.
Look how fabulous that is.
Yeah.
The edgeable, I did tell you it was glorious. Look how glorious that is.
Oh, wow, wait.
Here's the little Christmas card with Santa again. How incredible is that?
Yeah.
Here is the edgeable, but used in the inside of an aperture.
Clever.
With your sleigh bells ring stamp in the background. How gorgeous is that? This is your 3D folder, coloured in. Looks amazing. Here it is again, just in a different colourway. This is the stamp. This is the 3D folder. There we go. There's your sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? Stamp. Here is your stamp again. Ben, if you haven't get this into
What you doing?
this year, what are you doing? It's absolutely, I think we've excelled. I mean, we're going to be struggling in 2025 to beat this, I have to say.
Go swiftly. I know a lot of you already have actually jumped in and grabbed this. A lot of you have. If you haven't, please do. It's the bells that are the problem, as I say. They are flying out of the door. Alexandra Gerling has ordered. She says, I got my Showstopper as soon as it went live. I'm so excited for this one. Christine Mahoney says, good morning, everyone. I love this collection. That's what it says. Love Lynn Morton says, how lovely. Okay, sold. And Sean Sanderson said, had to buy an extra set of the bells. 4 kids, they will need one each. Would love extra bells. Joe says, how do you colour the embossing folder? Well, we can come on to that in just a little while. I just think the bells are amazing as a little, if you do like little Christmas Eve boxes for the kids and the grandkids, having that as a little treat at the bottom of the box and then to be able to read the poem out to the kids on Christmas Eve. It's all about the magic, isn't it? It is magical. It's magical for them, and I think it kind of like enhances the magic for you as well. Alexander said, I had to order extra of those boxes. My daughters and my 2 grandkids will be getting one, and I want one, of course. Absolutely fabulous. And we were joking about that, but I genuinely would love a bell. I know, I really would. It would help, I think, bring the magic back into my life at Christmas, because we all used to do the Santa spotting on a Christmas Eve. Me and the kids when they were little. I'm out there on my own now on Christmas Eve. But at least if I had my little bell, I could give it a little, couldn't I? I can still hear the bell. Lynn says, it is lovely to see Leanne looking amazing as ever. I concur. It's lovely to have Leanne back in the studio. So let's make the most of Leanne being here. She's only here for this show. You know, she's super, super busy. So if you've got any questions, any comments you want to fire at Leanne, then feel free. She is jingling her bells over there. And there's, you know what? I'm calling it. I'm calling it because I know there's only one place to start really with the first demo, isn't there? Only one place.
Was it ever going to be anything else?
No.
No. We're going to be jingling our bells.
Jingle the bells.
Like, I'm seriously worried about the bells, okay, in the collection, and I'm seriously worried about the Showstopper. So I've made the executive decision to demonstrate this first, so that if you are lucky enough, and by lucky enough I mean you get your order in quick enough and you get the bells, then you can come back and watch how it's assembled at a later date. So I'm doing this for you, not for me, for you. All right, so what we get in the box is your template, which creates the box. And I'm just doing this with a sheet of 300 GSM cardstock. You can see there's the little template there. So I'm just lining that up on the card. You've got your stamp with your poem that I read out, your Christmas bell, your Believe, Magic, etc. You get 3 of your bells, and you get a piece of grosgrain ribbon to be able to hang the bell in the box. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is draw around your template. So I've just got a biro here, and I'm not going to take loads of time because I have got this already done. So you can see, so you're going to go all around your template, and then you're going to do your lines inside, because these are your score lines. That's the little slit to put the ribbon through for the bell. Just moved it there, wiggle it back, there we go. And then these are your score lines, so just make sure you get all of those in place. So go around, draw all through every single one of those bits on the box, which I've already got here for you. And then you're going to go around the outside and cut it out.
Perfect. Okay? Yes.
So you don't need to watch me doing that. So I've just done that with scissors, just a nice big pair of scissors. And I did this aperture in the middle with my craft knife on my glass mat. You're then going to take a scoring tool and you're going to score all of the remaining lines. Once you've cut out this aperture and you've cut that slot for the ribbon, score all of the remaining lines, and that will give you the box that you then fold to put together for the bell, which I've already got here for you. But what I've also done is take the, put it that way around because that's the right way, take the privilege of doing my matting and layering already, so it saves you watching. So I've just taken some of the lovely green linen card and one of the B-sides from that fabulous paper pad with the plaid, and I've cut myself some little panels. I just measured them with a ruler, cut myself some panels, and I've done my matting and layering. And my box is already scored, so that would be ready to fold and glue together now. We'll have a look at how to do that in a second, because before you do that, what you need to do is put yourself a little bit of acetate just behind the window, which means you've got a little window for the bell. Do you know what? You don't have to do the acetate. That's a preference. You can leave that open so that you can, it becomes like a little decoration. You can put your finger in and
wiggle the bell.
Ding, jingle the bell. So, you know, I mean, I think I might be leaving it open.
Yeah.
But if you're gifting it and you're worried about it getting damaged, or if you're going to put something else like underneath the bell, like maybe some money in the
That's nice
bottom
of it.
underneath the
Yeah.
bell, a little gift
Put the
card, you know,
acetate
for
in.
Christmas, so this becomes your Christmas present. Hang on. Mine might have an empty window as well because I can't get the red backing off the tape. There we go.
Would you be inclined to leave yours in the box, or would you take yours out and hang it on the tree?
That's an excellent question. I think I'd be tempted to leave mine in the box because I love the little poem on it.
Yeah, same.
I think it becomes a keepsake for me, so I would be tempted to keep it in the box.
Get it out and pop it on the mantelpiece.
Yeah, I think so. I think mine would be on display. Okay, so a little bit of acetate just behind the window there with some red liner tape means that your little bell isn't going to fall out, so you've got your window in there. So now we can start to assemble this. So this is the lid where you get in and out, and there's the little slit. Let me just show you that with my tweezer. I might need to go and get a craft knife, but there's the little slit that's being cut. Can you see that? I'm just going to get a craft knife, bear with. Bear with 1 second, Ben. Craft knife, where are you? Here it is. With the craft knife there, you can see that that slit, there we go, has been cut. So that's where your ribbon will go through. So cut through the template, not just the card, but any mats and layers you put on top, because your ribbon's going to come through there.
Yeah.
And then what we're going to do is assemble. So I'm going to assemble with just a regular Crafter's Companion tape pen. If you don't have a regular Crafter's Companion tape pen, then you're going to use red glue. I've just got a dotty tape pen here. You use a straight pen, please.
20% of the Showstopper's already gone.
I'm not
Jingle
surprised.
my bells.
Jingle my bells.
Yeah. It's the bells that are the problem. The bells people are getting in the Showstopper and then ordering separately. I would say if you want to do that sooner rather than later, because I think we will come across a bit of a problem with the bells. So if you want to order more now, I would do that because they are selling at a frightening rate of knots, those jingle bells. We knew they would.
We knew they would. Now, what I'm going to say, the rule of thumb is any of the tabs with a curved edge do not get glued.
Right.
And we designed it in this way. Any of them with a right angle, you know you need glue.
Gotcha.
Anything with a rounded edge, you do not need glue because that's the top of the box. That helps you when you're putting your tape in place to know what you're actually taping and what you're not. So I'm going to put some tape down here. I would be using not a dotty glue pen, a straight glue pen,
yeah.
but there's not one in the little pot here. So I'm going to use the dotty for now. But at home...
Here I come to save the day.
Thank you, Ben.
You're welcome.
You are my hero.
Well, I knew that already.
You did, because I've told you that before.
You tell me that all the time.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And now we're going to put our little tabs across, so the box will just come together. So you can see I fold that up and I fold that up. So that's going there. And it's creating the base of the box. And then this one's coming up.
I love it.
And going there, which creates the other side. And then this one folds down. I need a little bit of more glue on there.
You've made it super simple, haven't you?
We've made it very, very easy.
Yeah.
That one goes inside and sticks there. That one also goes inside and sticks there. So that's beautifully clean. Pop your hand inside. These little bits can come back. Remember, they're the rounded ones. Give everything a nice push. If you need to, use your bone folder, and I like to do that. Put my bone folder inside and just burnish
stick it down.
all of the glued areas where it needs to have stuck, and I might not have been able to push it with my hand as firmly. So burnish all the edges, and that makes your box, and then that makes that close very easily.
Nice.
Okay? And that's got your little window inside for the bell. How easy is that to put together?
I love it.
Very, very simple.
Yeah.
Then what we're going to do is just pop our bell inside. So we take the bell, and we take our piece of ribbon that we're going to use. Now, I don't think I need all of that because that's been a little bit too generous. So let's just take a smaller piece. And then I'm going to thread that through the top of the box and then on the ribbon. So on the bell, let me just show you how that's worked. Okay, so you go through your bell there, and then you see the two ends are stuck on the back of the tag there.
Yeah.
To hold it in place. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, cool. So tweezers are hugely helpful, and these types of tweezers that only open when you push them, massively, reverse tweezers, massively helpful, because you can push that through, grab the end, and then bring it straight.
Yeah.
So it's just very, very simple. And then we can do the same when we're putting it through the roof of the box. So just take a little bit of time. You might want to use your craft knife to help it through. Like that. And then once you've got it through a little bit, your tweezer again, and give it a pull, and then there we go.
Love it.
And then all you're doing then is looking at the window and deciding by pushing down or pulling up where you want your bell to dangle. I think that's the perfect amount of danglage for me.
Yes.
I'm good with that. So that can now get closed. And then what I've got is this little tab at the top. Now you can choose to leave that free because that's quite, look. Oh. Because it's got quite a tight slit in there, it's not going to fall out. So you could choose to glue it in place if you want, or you can leave it if it's going to come off and go on the tree.
Yeah.
However, what I like to do is just leave a little bit of an extra long ribbon there, because then if you do glue it to the tag, you can snip that off and then still tie it on the tree if you want to when the recipient gets it home.
Yeah.
It's then their choice. Lots of things we're talking about, isn't it? Right, so now I've got my little stamp to go on the side, which is the bell will ring for those who truly believe. So I'm just going to 3D glue gel this on the side of my box. I wanted to do this first, Ben, because I think they're going to be seriously compromised, aren't they? And then everybody who does get them can come back and watch this.
Absolutely
later.
right, yeah.
So you see, I've got the bell will ring for those who truly believe is on the side there. And then we've got the little, the tag. Pick it up. So what I've done is just stamp that on a white tag, and the white tag template does come in the in the set as well. You see that there? There's a template for the tag, so it's the right size for your stamp. I've used a little bit of Harmony water reactive ink.
Pretty.
You could use your watercolours, or you can use aqua markers, whatever you want, your duet, whatever your choice is. Gone round and just done a little bit of faux bleaching. Cut the same tag from a piece of the linen. And then this is going to go through here. Now, let's go through, and then this is where the tweezers come in handy again. So if I just hold that there, these tweezers, if you haven't got these reverse tweezers, you need them in your life because they just make it everything so easy. They really do. Now, you can leave that there and leave it loose and just tie it. Or if you want to, you can, as we did on the other one, you can stick that behind there, and then it's up to whoever gets it home if they want to chop that off and then hang it on the tree. And that is it. You've got your little jingle bell there in the box with that lovely big bell, and it's ready to be gifted. You can put a little couple of die-cut snowflakes on there if you want to, and you get 3 of those really lovely big bells in that box. However, I'm going to say, I know a lot of you are saying, but I want more bells. Get that skew, and then, I don't think I should be saying this, so I'll whisper it. Wow. Get this skew, because the really clever bit is the box. The box. And the lovely little rhyme for Santa on Christmas Eve. They're the bits that you really need. You can buy big bells.
Can.
So you really need the skew for the box and the rhyme. And then obviously bonus, you've got the big bells. But you can buy 3-inch bells and make 20. Just saying. Okay? Okay, didn't hear that from me.
I can't, I didn't hear what Leanne said then, so we'll just move.
I'm just keeping it real for the viewers at home, Ben.
Move on.
Keeping it real, Ben.
25% of the Showstopper stock is gone. I mean, that's where you need to worry. And if you do want, extras, then do go quickly. I would say that you probably got this show if you do want to get extras that way. usually then you don't have the opportunity to buy extras like that later on. It'll just be, because we have to keep a certain amount of stock back for the Showstopper, you see. That's the problem we've got. It's a bit of a balancing act. So if you do want a multi-order, and I would say that about the paper pads as well, even though you get extras in the Showstopper, go in this show. Don't wait till later, because I can't promise you we'll have the full array in launch party. Carrie says, I'm looking forward to this. I've ordered the Showstopper. Stacey Brown, the HSN bundle, the only thing that you're missing if you've bought this on HSN already is the 6x6. She's singling her bells over there, isn't she, eh? The only thing you're missing is the 6x6 pad. So, jingle my bells. Oh, she's going. Yes, the 6x6 pad is the only thing that you need to add in, because you'll have everything else. Love the box and the bell, too adorable, says Suzanne Dawn. And I'm making these for the grand bairns, says Lynn, but I'm making one for me, and it's staying in the box. I love this box, or should I say, I just love the collection, says Wendy Graham. Crafters have excelled themselves this year with their collections. The Christmas rose and the tags. Thank you, Leanne, and the design team. And Kirsty D says, my brother has a Christmas box that he got from his primary school teacher over 30 years ago that goes on my mum's tree every year on the angel's arm. I think I'll have to make him a new one.
Isn't that gorgeous? Ben, I've come to gift this bell to you.
Oh, thank you.
Because you said you really wanted one.
Yeah, I just feel like I need a bit more magic at Christmas.
And I think I'm seriously worried about that, so I think you might not get a chance to make your own. So this is a gift from me to you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
There you go. Merry Christmas, then.
I can still hear it, so that means...
You believe?
I believe. I believe! I was telling my daughter-in-law about them, and I said I was going to make them for my grandchildren. She's so excited. I love the box and the bell demo. And Liz Johnson says it is a beautiful collection. It is. Oh, I'm very happy. You need to get to the checkouts. It's been very busy so far. You will miss nothing over the course of the next 4 minutes. So check out your collection. Everything's available individually as well. If you do want to go down that route, you can. We will meet you back here for more inspiration. Fire those questions in as well, by the way. We'll see you in about 4 minutes.
Day to day looks like, on a normal day when I'm working from home, get up, breakfast, quick phone call with my daughter, and then I'm up in the craft room and I spend all my time in the craft room. If it's spending a day with the grandkids, that's it. That's my best part of the day, just spending time with family and those gorgeous little grandkids of mine. The best part of the day when I'm at work is when I go on air, because I absolutely love it. Both. I prefer a shower in the morning. I feel fresher. I feel that I can tackle my day. However, depending on how that day's been, I also would have a double shower, so I'd have one in the morning and one at night too. Absolutely, 100% coffee. Will always be coffee, and flavoured coffee is my favourite at the moment. Dare I say, it's a full English breakfast, the full works, the beans, the tomatoes, the bacon, the sausage, and everything else that goes with a traditional English breakfast. Craft along. Every day of the week. I absolutely love going through the stages from the start of a project to the end of a project. So craft along is definitely my favourite choice. I can't leave without my lipstick. It's a given thing. I once didn't have a lipstick on me, and Leanne helped me out that day. Kick off the shoes, sit down for a couple of minutes, just gather my thoughts, and then grab my tea.
my day-to-day life is pretty busy in work. Literally, I get in the door, I check my polls, I then check what I've got to demo, I then get everything ready, and it's just busy, busy, busy from there. I have a meeting with the producer, the director, we get then sorted for the shows, talk to the presenter, and it depends what side I'm on. I mean, sometimes I'm doing the presenting side, sometimes I'm doing the demonstration side, and I love both. It's actually who I get to work with. Yeah, I can't say no more than that other than anybody that works here. We are a big family. We're so super friendly. I love Ben. I love it when we work together. And I don't mean that I don't love anyone else. It's the fact that Ben is the presenter and then I'm demonstrating and we just have this great rapport. Same with Craig, same with Deb, same with the whole team. So yeah, the best part of the day is just getting to work with the best people in the industry. Oh, a night out. In the morning. Oh, none. I only drink water. Oh, well, I'm cutting out sugar, so it's savoury. Masterclass. Oh, I can't leave the house without my lipstick. Oh, I love a baked potato. I relax, so I literally drive home normally and then I relax.
You little tinkers, you are buying all the stock. It's flying out the door. I'm not surprised. We're 37 minutes into the show and we're approaching 30% of the Showstopper stock gone. Remember, and we'll go through the boards again in just a bit. I'm keen to do the demos because this is what you guys want to see. You get everything in the Showstopper, okay? So everything that Leann showed you, you get the stamps, you get the dies, the embossing folders, you get the bells, of course, as well, the bell kit. You also get all of your consumables when it comes to the paper. So your 12 by 12, your 6 by 6. That, of course, is the only thing that you didn't get on HSN. You're also going to get your linen cardstock in there as well, colour match to work perfectly with the papers. If you go for the Showstopper, you get a second 6 by 6, you get a second 12 by 12 pad, and you don't pay for the second 12 by 12. We've kind of like put your normal bonus buy bundle into the Showstopper. I think the price is brilliant as well. £90.38 is platinum. It's $119.12. And, you know, you don't need me to tell you, if you're shopping in the US, you're just a few bucks shy of your free shipping there, so it's probably worth adding in. If you want to do more of the bells and other paper pad, it's entirely up to you, but get to that free shipping level. But shop very quickly is all I'll say, because more and more people telling me that they're shopping. Joanne Madigan just ordered my first Showstopper collection, says Joanne. Well, that is a brilliant first Showstopper to go for. It's an excellent collection. You say I usually have to pick individually. I had to buy extra bells as I have 3 grandsons, but early December I'll also have a granddaughter. That's lovely. Merry Christmas to me. Yes, Merry Christmas to you. Fad demo, Leann, says Lynn. I didn't hear anything you said. I must turn my volume up. I didn't hear it either, so I couldn't comment on what she said. And Pat says, I just love the box and the bell. Do we know the finished, I suppose we could measure it in a second, the finished size of the box, Leann?
Oh, I'll measure it for you. Let me do that for you right
Thank
now.
you. That's for Diane, who's asking.
Diane, it is 3.5 inches tall.
Yep.
And it is square on the bottom by 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches square.
Yep.
3.5 inches tall.
Marvellous. Thanks, everybody. Let me know as well. I'm always interested on these shows. If you've gone for the Showstopper, give me a holler. If you've picked, like cherry-picked, what have you cherry-picked? Which items have you gone for? Let me know, because I'm nosy like that. I would imagine if you are cherry-picking the gift box set, you're probably going for, aren't you? One or both of the paper pads? But surprise me, let me know. We're going to have a look at another demo with Leann. As I've said, Fire in those questions, anything you want to ask, anything you want to see again, do let us know. We'll do a full recap on the boards. And I must just mention, in case I haven't already today, still lots on the website for you alongside this launch. Still got the 10 for 10 on stamps, up to 60% off selected paper pads, and up to 70% off selected items in the world of soft craft. So plenty to be shopping for, plenty to be adding to your carts, and lots to kind of help you make up that extra $6 if you want to get your free shipping in the US. Right, what are we going to do next, Leanne?
We're going to have a look at the lovely die set of the sleigh bells. I really, really love this. The Jingle All the Way Dancing Bells set. The bell still rings for those who truly believe is one of the lovely sentiments. I love it. And we're going to have a look. I just want to show you how easy it is to do these paper piecing pieces. So you can see we've got lovely little glitter accents in here. We've got these little leaves and what have you. And I've got them already done, but I want to show you how very, very easy that is because it is.
Yeah.
All right. So I've got some white cardstock here. I've got my die set. I've got a little red piece of cardstock there as well. And I'm just going to cut the large bell from the white. And let's do this one from the red. In fact, will that be big enough? No. Yeah, so I'll do the little one. And I'll be able to show you the concept, but then you'll be able to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Because you want to see all of the different things that I've got lined up for you today rather than one or two long ones, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to die cut those through the Gemini 2 and grab a pokey tool while that's going through. Okay, so those have gone through the Gemini. And now, can you see here the little pieces that come out the waste are the perfect size to go back in?
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yes. Are they little foliagey bits?
So they're little foliagey bits, and here's some left inside here. There's a little, and there's a little berry. And then the white piece there, here's all the pieces left on the thing. I'm going to pick them up. This piece here, if I show you on the die, and I show you on here, is this, but it's the waste.
Okay.
However, if you just cut this bell out in the white, which we're going to use to colour, the greens, the reds and a silver, you piece back in all of the little bits of waste, and that gives you the perfect paper piecing pieces. Does that make sense then?
Yes.
So we made sure that all of these pieces were big enough to be handled so that when they come out and you do them in a different cardstock, you can paper piece your bell in. So you can see you've got that lovely glitter line in there, and then you've got all of the other little pieces paper pieced in there. So that's how you would do the paper piecing on all of the bells. So I just needed to show you that very quickly. Now, what I've also got here is a piece of scrap white card. Where's my scrap white card gone? Here, because you never colour on a glass mat. And then I've just got some tri-blend markers. So just colour the bell in whatever colour you would like, using your alcohol markers, and you don't need to be too precise with it. Because you want it to feel a little bit rustic.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do the whole thing.
Can we put maybe some of our gilding flakes on these?
You absolutely can. Gilding flakes, shimmer sprays.
Oh, yes.
It'll look amazing as well. Glitter pastes in the background will look really nice too. So whatever you've got at home, actually.
Yeah. Have a play, have fun.
Just have a play.
We're nearly, sorry about that heavy sigh. Sounds like I'm not having fun. I am. I'm just worried about the stock. 30% almost. We're just shy of 30% of the Showstopper stock gone. It's been, I would say this has been the busiest day on a new collection since Enchanted Ocean.
Yeah.
It's got that sort of feel about it.
It has. And so I'm just adding in my colours, and you would do the whole bell and you would do all of them.
Yeah.
But you see here, if I just move it away from there where I've gone through, you can see how that starts to add beautiful colour to the bell. And just doing it on a piece of scrap card means you don't have to worry about being too precise. You can literally just brush the colour on. And what I would say is if I've done dark at this side on the bell, do dark at this side, and that'll give it a nice rounded feel. And you do all three of your bells. And look, I'm not being very precise at all.
No.
I'm just whacking colour on, and it's going to look great. So just trust the process. And don't worry about the mess that, on a piece of scrap white card underneath. Just go through the 3 colours. I'm using a tri brush here, and I'm using the brown grey extended blend.
Yeah.
You see, I'm just popping the colour on.
We've had Pat get in touch saying that my willpower's crashed. I bought the Showstopper as well as one of the pieces from the Christmas Rose collection. As always, Crafter's Companion makes it difficult to stay in a budget.
Yeah.
One thing we are guilty of, and for which we apologise.
I would say, well, guilty. Could we say guilty or good at?
Well, yeah, good at.
We're good at it.
Maybe. The Christmas Rose collection, by the way, is on tonight. If you haven't seen that yet.
Beautiful.
It is a lovely collection. Very, very different to anything we've done before.
I think we've done a good job of doing very different things this year.
Do you know what? I was saying that the other day, Leanne. I don't know, we do so many different collections week in, week out, but when it comes to Christmas, it must be really hard to come up with different
Something
themes.
different, yes, because Christmas is Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, but we always seem to do it.
Yeah, we do, I know.
So hats off to you lot.
We've got a really good team, but look, can you see how that bell now takes on a 3D feel?
Yeah.
So dark at that side, dark at this side, light everywhere else, it's got a beautiful 3D feel to it. That's how you're going to colour your bells.
Yeah.
And you're going to paper piece them. And when you've done that, you'll have 3 beautiful bells for your card.
Lovely.
Okay, so that's just with the paper piecing. Now, the other things you get in this collection are all of your foliages and a little bow. So they will cut out from lots of different pieces of craft card, the green card in your linen bundle, your little spare pieces. The bow will come from the red card. You're going to cut all of those out, and then you can glue and assemble those into a beautiful swag.
Lovely.
Okay, so that's why that's in there. So you've got a beautiful Christmas swag as well as those lovely baubles in there. So they're all of the pieces, They're all of the pieces assembled, ready to make the card. I've lost my die. There it is there. I've lost the dies. If I don't move them now, they're going to get lost forever. Right. Okay, so now we're just going to assemble the card. I've made a white card base from the linen card that comes in the box that comes in this collection. It's a very, it looks white. It's not white. It's a slightly pale, like a frosty blue.
Yeah.
It's almost like a snow white, where it would have that blue hue to it, if that makes sense. So I've done the base of that, and then I've used the red, and I've done some matting and layering. And again, B-side. The B-sides and the paper pad are great. However, I do think an A-side would have looked really beautiful there, to be honest, as well. So your choice, your card, do what you prefer. I would be using my all-purpose glue at home to do the matting and layering, because I want this to last forever. If you don't have a Crafter's Companion tape pad, that's what you definitely need to be doing. For speed of demo today, so I can get through all of the demos, I'm just going to use a tape pen. And then for this one, I actually think I want to lift that up, so I'm going to get some foam tape. So another little panel, using a B-side and some of the red linen, and I'm going to use some foam.
You know, you mentioned a minute ago the colour you were using, was it from the extender blend?
Yes.
Janice is just asking the difference between those and the regular tri-blends.
So regular tri-blends have lighter colours in them.
Yeah.
The extended blend gives you a deeper version of those colours, which extends the blend. So, for example, in the original ones, you might have gotten 3 brown-grey colours.
Yeah.
Using the extended blend, you'll have 6 brown-grey colours to give you a wider range of blends available. Yeah.
And good morning, Erica Johnson, who says, good morning, crafty friends. What an exciting day of crafting goodies and demos from our uber-talented Leanne. You're uber-talented, you are.
Thank you. I mean, I don't know if I am, but
you are.
Thank you.
You blooming are.
There we go. Craft knife, amazing for getting that stuff off. It won't come off itself. So I'm just going to raise that up because I feel they need to have a little show all of their own, those jingle bells. And then what I've got here, and I just need some tape. I'm going to use a piece of repositionable tape for this. I would suggest you use something stronger at home. And then I would cut a panel. So in my original sample, I didn't do this, but I've been looking at it and thinking, I want a bell in there. So this is what I'm going to do to add the bell in very quickly. That's going to get hung at the top of my card there. And then I'm going to stick this inside here.
I feel like you need a bell on everything in this collection.
I feel you need like a bell on everything. So that's going to get stuck there. I'm going to do a little bit more actually. Where have I put it here?
Order more bells.
To keep that in place now, what I would be doing inside my card is making another decorative panel to hide that.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to imagine it for now. Right, there we go. And then I need my 3D glue gel to start assembling. So 3D glue gel is going to go on top of there now, on top of that ribbon. And then my assembled swag.
Is that the official name for one of those? A Christmas swag?
A swag, I believe so.
Oh, right.
That's going to go on there. And then if I need a little bit more glue gel just to hold that down, you can. Just in a couple of places. There we go. I think that I like the addition of the bell, I think, Ben. And then I've got my 3 bells that I've put together, and I want them to be higher and lower. A little bit like Bruce Forsyth on the Generation Game. So the first one I'm going to stick on is this one, because I want that to be at the lowest level. So that's going on
lower, my love.
with a little bit of glue gel. If you're wondering what the black card is at the back, I've just fussy cut a piece of black card by eye around the bell, and that's covered, give me the base for my paper piecing. So when I put the paper piecing in, it's got something to stick to. So that's gone there. And then this one I want it to be higher. So it's
higher.
It's getting a bit more glue gel on there. And that's just going under the jingle bell.
Yeah.
There. This can come down a little bit.
That can be lower.
And then this one's going to be higher.
Oh, higher. All my love.
It's actually going to be in the middle of the two.
Oh.
There we go. That's going there. And then my sentiment, which I've lost, there it is, found it, can go at the side. And the bell still rings for those who truly believe. And now we've got the addition. I'm just going to hold it because I don't want it to come off. Oh. Of the little jingle bell.
I love it.
Didn't have the jingle bell on first, but I think because we've got those big jingle bells on there, to have the addition of a bell that jingles, so the card jingles, because you've got them on there, would be good. But don't you jingle it while your glue's drying like I've done. You'll jingle it off. But yeah, you get the idea.
Fan-blooming-tastic this, isn't it? Anne says, I'm thinking of changing my password to something easy to remember. I had to run downstairs to get my password book. I'm thinking just take my money would be appropriate. I mean, yeah, that would be a good password, wouldn't it? Because then you'd be able to just take my... It's a bit long, but yeah, it could work. And Sarah Thompson says, this looks amazing. I was late this morning as I slept in after shopping with Sarah late last night. What's in the Showstopper? Do you know, Sarah, just for you, as you've asked so nicely, I'll show you. I'll show you what's in the Showstopper. It is everything and more. I'm loving all the sound effects from the other side of the studio today. It is everything and more than you would expect. You've got stamps and dies in here. What we've done this time around, because normally we give you a Showstopper, don't we? Then we open up the kind of doors for the bonus buy bundle. We've kind of put the bonus buy bundle within the Showstopper, so you get all of your stamps and dies in here. I love this this die with Father Christmas there on his sleigh. You've got snowflakes, all those beautiful sleigh bells running through. Sleigh bells ring is your sentiment there. You're then going to get the beautiful edgeable, which are the jingle bells. Again, we'll show you some finished samples at the start of the next hour on these cards, because obviously it's great to see what you're going to get, but it's even better when we see these sort of in situ in projects. You've got your beautiful jingle bells in stamp form as well. If you want to be able to recreate the card that Leann's just done, and you're shopping and cherry picking and going individually, that's the one you want to go for. That set of dies there, it's called Dancing Bells. Okay, so you get the different size of the bells, you get the little bow to pop on top, and then you also get your foliage as well to kind of make that swag. You know, remember that now, Christmas swag. And then this stamp, which I think is a bit of a must really, and is a card in itself, or maybe that is the little insert for your card. It is the Sleigh Bells Ring. Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening, beautiful side, happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Yeah, it's that. Yeah. If you want more stamps, you get those too. All of these beautiful sentiments, just called Merry Sentiments, if you're looking for those individually. So you've got Jingle all the way. By the way, can I just say, are you not all impressed, not only by this collection, but also that we're 54 minutes into the show and I have not done one Arnold impression? I haven't done one. Impressed. I'm suppressing my inner Arnold because once he comes out, then that will be it for the rest of the show. Check my Facebook page though if you want some of that. The bell still rings to all who truly believe. True that. And you've got joy to the world, season's greetings, make a wish, we wish you a Merry Christmas. And you've also got a beautiful embossing folder in there as well, the sounds of Christmas. So that's kind of like all of your hardware within the collection. You're then going to get, on top of that, your beautiful ribbon. Of course, use that to decorate your cards and your projects with. However, that is going to tie in absolutely brilliantly with this set for you to be able to make your Christmas gift box. There's mine that Leanne made for me earlier on. I am well chuffed with that. I'm going to pop that into my little box of Christmas decorations and ornaments and get it out every single year. That will be as special as, I did Panto. Did anyone used to watch the TV show Brookside?
Me.
No? Do you remember Sinbad?
I do.
So Michael Stark, he's a friend of mine. I did Panto with him, the first ever professional Panto I did. And he was such a lovely bloke. And it was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And he bought me this amazing Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs bauble, this ornament, and it's like an apple basically with a bite bitten out of it, then with the scene of like Snow White in centre. And every year I hang that on my tree, and that reminds me of that amazing year I had doing Panto with Michael. So this is going to be right up there.
I love that.
With one of my favourite little ornaments of all time. But anyway, that's what you can make with this. You get the 3 bells and then the template in there, and you've got the stamps in there too to create the beautiful little verse, and then the sentiment on here as well. So that's also included. You've got a smaller set of bells. So the bells that Leanne just used a few moments ago on that card are here. You get 10, and what's really nice is that you get 5 of your little gold bells and then 5 of your silver bells as well. Silver bells. So those are included in the pack. I would seriously be thinking about ordering more of those individually. So we'll pop those there for a second. Then you get all of your papers, and these are truly gorgeous. 36 double-sided sheets in the 12x12, replicated, of course, within your 6x6 pad. I mean, it is just exquisite. I love the fact that we've got, the sleigh bells running through here. You've got all of the Christmas foliage. You've got the beautiful like plaids in there and tartans on the back. You've got like the wooden textures, the candy cane theme running through here as well. You will have a bit of a dilemma to choose which side you're going to go for, but certainly lots to choose for. And I love the fact that we give you the silver bells and the golden bells in there too. The good news, as I just flick through here, look, you've even got like more textures here and designs. Snip into those if you want to use those as little borders potentially. The good news is, if you are going for the Showstopper, we give you a second of the 12x12 pads for absolutely nothing within the bundle, and you also get 2 of the 6x6 pads. I realise I'm running out of time towards the top of the hour, but the 6x6 pad you're going to get is double-sided. And it's the same designs that you're getting here, just shrunken down into that 6x6 size. So that's included. And then alongside that, you also get all of your fantastic A4 luxury linen cardstock too. And once again, we've just made life so easy for you, because all the colours that you're going to be getting here match perfectly with the colours that you've got within your paper pad. So again, you don't have to go, let's just randomly open the page. There you go. You don't have to go scouring around your craft room to think, oh, have I got a red or a green to match the colours of the paper pad? You don't have to do that, because we've done it for you. You get 24 sheets in there, 8 colours, 6 colours, 4 of each you're going to be getting within that bundle. As I've said, if you go for that, 2 12x12s, 2 6x6s, and you get the second 12x12 for absolutely nothing. It's £90.38 if you're a Platinum member, $119.12 if you're shopping in the US. And I mean, if you're paying this price here, don't pay this price. If you haven't signed up to Club Inspire yet, do it for free and pay this price. But get your free shipping. You're about $6 shy of that. What I would be doing potentially is adding in more consumables. Maybe you want to go for more of the big bells. Maybe you want to add more of the smaller jingle bells in there. It's entirely up to you, but make use of the fact that we've got everything in stock right now, because I don't think that's going to be the case as we head into the second hour of the show, and certainly as we head to launch party tonight, where we'll feature this again with Craig. You might be a little bit more limited as to what you can sort of pick and choose. As far as the Showstopper stock is concerned, we are just shy of 35%. Thank you, Alison, who says, I wasn't going to buy the Showstopper, but as per the song, my resistance is low. Elaine Cirillo, hello Elaine, says, all set with my order. Now I can enjoy the shows. That's the point. Order now, and then you can enjoy the next hour, and you can enjoy Craig's take on it tonight too. You won't be stressing, thinking, can't get my hands in it. And Anne's saying, these bell dies are so pretty. I think I need to have that die set. Shop now, everybody, to avoid disappointment. Welcome. If you have just joined us, it's just gone 1 o'clock here in the UK. You're watching Crafters TV. My name's Ben Moseby. We're feeling very festive today because it is the launch of our amazing Jingle All the Way collection. Safe to say the reaction that we've had over the course of the first hour is exactly as I expected it would be. It has been huge. We're talking just shy of 35% of the Showstopper gone. You guys are loving all of the papers. You're loving all of the designs. You're loving all of the stamps and dies, embossing folders. You're loving the addition of the bells in here too. And so many people saying that they're shopping for extras of those. We've got some questions coming through. So what we'll do, seeing as I've sort of just gone through the collection, let's say hello to Leann again, and let's go through some finished samples with her, because I think, you know, as much as it's nice to see physically what you get, I think you get more inspired, don't you, when you see the finished samples, when you see the demos. So let's have a look. Then I'll come back to some more of your comments and ask a few of the questions which are coming through. But Leann, what a first hour. 35% of the Showstopper gone. We're not surprised, really, are we?
I'm not surprised at all, Ben, because you're all very discerning at home, and you know it's a good thing when you see one. And I think it's very different to anything we've done before and extremely versatile. But having those lovely that bell template set in there is, I think, just the standout piece for me, really it is. It's the real standout of the collection. Everything else is glorious, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, and if that wasn't there, I would still be saying it was one of my favourites, but with the addition of that, it's my very favourite of 2024.
So I didn't quite catch that again, was it?
My very favourite. Right, some fabulous samples to show you. This, I just think, is glorious. That is the stamp that comes in the collection with those fabulous sleigh bells. Look how beautiful the merry and bright sentiment is here. The fonts, the typography are absolutely glorious. That's being coloured with alcohol markers. This is the creator card that has the little Santa in the corner and the top of a gift box, which is beautiful. Little jingle bells on there, which is gorgeous. And can I just say you get 10 of those, 10 bells, 5 gold, 5 silver. And that goes with your grosgrain ribbon. And that is a beautiful gift box. I think you will agree, for whomever you're going to send it to. Of course, the one I just made earlier, that fabulous little jingle bell in a template. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? It's just, it really is beautiful. There's the one that we made previously as well, where we've got the dies with those gorgeous sleigh bells. This has to be one of my very favourites.
That is beautiful.
I absolutely love that. So that's the big bell from the Jingle Bell set, paper pieced, watercoloured. Some of the foliage from that set, a little bit of ribbon, made in an aperture so that it's been 3D'd with one of the A sides of that beautiful paper pad.
And the paper, it's like a mirror card paper piece back into the bell, isn't it?
This here, that's mirror card, paper pieced with mirror card. Isn't it gorgeous? It just really shimmers and sparkles. This, also one of my favourite samples, this is using the edgeable that comes in the collection, but down the side of an aperture. And then again, the beautiful B-side papers, they're just glorious. Those plaids and tartans in there. And you've got that incredible Sleigh Bells Ring, Are You Listening? Stamp inside there, which is gorgeous. This is another way of using the Santa and the sleigh. That's just as a regular card, you can see there. But look, you've got that little sentiment inside. So lovely really that sentiment has been sized to perfectly fit in that aperture there. So you've got that full 360-degree design. Beautiful way to use your edgeable there. You can see it's an edgeable in a true sense of the word, where it cuts on the edge of the card, using it with the beautiful papers, more of the sleigh bells. We've already seen the stamp. We'll see it again because I think it's glorious. This stamp, massive stamp with those words on, I think is brilliant. With the little jingle bells there. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Try and say that without singing. And then you've got your 3D embossing folder as well there. Look how gorgeous, that's all textured. It's absolutely glorious. I'm going to show you how to do this next. But I just want to show you what that looks like when it's alcohol coloured as well. So look, watercolour or alcohol marker, whichever is your poison, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous.
Right, very quickly before I forget, oh, by the way, I'll ask some questions. I just want to show you this project here. If you're thinking, what's going on here? This is Craig's project that he's going to be doing in a craft along that you will see on the 26th of August. So that's Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK. So it's a week on Monday, essentially. And as we always do, you know, when we bring you these new collections, we have the launch show, we have follow-up shows, and then we always do a craft along. So if you've bought this and you want to recreate that card, that's the project that Craig will be doing on Bank Holiday Monday, August the 26th. So look forward to that. Rebecca Lynch has just said, beautiful card, Leann, the previous one. Can you just remind us, as she was late to this show, what colour tri-blend you used to colour those bells in?
I used the brown grey extended blend, and if you've got single markers at home, the brown grey extended blend has in BG1, BG4 and BG10.
Okay. And do we know for Margaret the size of the big bell?
Yes, the big bell is 3 inches.
3 inches. Excellent news. We're rattling through these. I think Sarah, you were asking about the Showstopper. Well, we've tackled that. That's brilliant. And loads of you just telling me you're shopping now. Stephanie says, I'm back. We're struggling to get my order in, but success. That's good news. You say, I've got the collection from HSN, so I've just added more lovely paper pads. That's savvy, that is. And Isabel Laird on YouTube says, hello from East Kilbride. Hello. I've got my Showstopper collection and some extras. I've been waiting for this one, and I just love it. We are heading towards 40% of the Showstopper stock gone. So shall we get into demo number 3? Did you say you're going to have a look at the
3D embossing folder? Yes,
Good.
Absolutely. So what I've got is the 3D embossing folder. So this is the card we're making. And we're going to look at how to watercolour a 3D embossing folder to get this beautiful effect. And then I have got a piece of watercolour card because we're going to be watercolouring it, watercolour card. If we were doing with this the alcohol version that I just showed you earlier, you would use our alcohol colour card.
Yeah.
So use the appropriate card to emboss depending on how you're going to colour it. Okay, so we'll cut that to size, pop it into the folder, and then pop the folder through the Gemini.
Just to say as well, a few people asking still about what wasn't on HSN. If you bought this set on HSN, you've got everything sans the 6x6. So you have everything. You just haven't got the 6x6 pad. So pop that in, and any other more consumables you want to add to your collection. Wowee.
Look. Now, if you like tone-on-tone cards, that with just a bit of glitter would be incredible. Look at the 3D. I'm just going to turn it around and show you the sculpt on the back.
Wow.
Look at how sculpted that is. It's an absolutely incredible design. That's just through once with a 3D folder on some watercolour cardstock. Then what I'm going to do is watercolour it. So I've got the beautiful new watercolour palette, which is absolutely... Oh,
hello.
What did I drop? Thankfully, it wasn't water.
Good news.
I think it might have been repositionable tape.
Ah, well.
We'll get that later. So I've got some water here, and I've got a bit of towel. And I'm just going to start colouring it in. Now, I'm going to do it with... let's start with a bow. Let's start with a bow. So we'll bring the paint in so you can see. There we go. And then there's the bit there. Yeah, you can see everything. Okay, so I'm just going to pick the paint up. Now, Sheena's already talked to you, hasn't she, about single cream, thick cream, tea and coffee, thickness when you're doing this. So you know you've followed that with her. I've just picked up the red paint. These, if you haven't got these, please go to the website and buy them.
Yeah.
Because the pigmentation on our watercolour paints is, look at this, it's absolutely exceptional. Now what I like to do is just get into the areas where it's going to be darker. So I put my paint down first and then I go out and drag it out with a dryish brush. So I'm going to do that there. I'm going to have it a little bit darker in here on this bow. And I'm probably going to have it... Let's go down here. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but you get the idea.
She's back in this Thursday, by the way, in
Is
case
she?
you're needing a Sheena fix. She's got a launch on Thursday. She's looking through the window.
That's a beautiful collection. That is a beautiful collection. So what I've done now is clean my brush. So this is just water. and then I drag that out, and you can get your 3D effect. And then what will happen is you'll keep picking up paint on your brush, and that'll spread out more and you'll lose that dimension. So keep cleaning your brush, and just with water, bring that out. And that's how you get that change from the dark to the lighter. So if you just keep going, you just keep spreading the pigment about, you don't get a difference between dark and light.
I love the fact that you brought this in, because so many people bought this launch as well. So it gives you the opportunity at home to
see how everything works together.
Yeah, exactly right.
And do the same here. Now, I won't spend forever doing this because, well, first of all, I have a nice time and then I forget that I'm here to do an actual job.
Well, no, I mean, I think people quite enjoy watching you guys.
I've shown you how to colour.
Can you just remind Alcha what kind of card to use here?
Yes, this is watercolour card.
It's always the perfect partner, isn't it, for...
Always for watercolours. I would never, ever, ever watercolour on anything else.
No. And as you can see, if you're worried about it embossing as well as, say, your multi-purpose card, I mean, it doesn't do too bad, does it?
Oh, it does. I honestly think that it's probably one of the best embossers.
Yeah.
Because it's got such a receptive fibre for the water.
Yeah.
It means that actually it takes shape very, very well.
Sort of holds the emboss.
So it holds the emboss effect, yes, absolutely.
The thing you can tell, like straight away, I know we did a close-up on it, but as soon as you pulled it out of the embossing folder, you could see it even from like the longer shot on the camera. So, but it's the combination, isn't it, of our amazing embossing folders, but also the Gemini as well, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. So that is the start of the bow.
Yeah.
That's how you do the bow. So you see, you just put the darker bits in the darker areas. Let's have a look at a bell. So I'm going to use the umber for a bell. That's in here. And then, so I've just picked up a little bit again, and then go into the darker area. I forgot how fabulous these paints were, Ben.
Try to think when we launched these, you know, me and my memory, Nicola. It was before me Ols, wasn't it? They are on the website though, if you do want to grab them. Maybe, was it end of June? Oh, look at me! It's all coming back to me. 21st of June.
You and Sheena?
Me and Sheena. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's when she did the disappearing ink pad.
Ah, that was it. That disappearing ink pad, well, it did disappear. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Yes.
I know. I mean, that's something else I'm proud of. I think that's awesome.
Like blooming wizardry, that was.
Sheena likes to give me these little challenges.
Yeah.
She'll be like, Leanne, I've been thinking, wouldn't it be brilliant if... And I'm like, oh, leave it with me. I'll have a look.
Huh?
Okay, then. And she'll be like, oh, if you can. And I'll be like, all right, well, I'll try. And then I come back and I go, what about this? And she's like, oh. She literally does that noise. Oh. And I'm like, oh, good. Well, that means that's good then. That's a good noise. So I'm just adding in a little bit of a different colour, a darker colour down here to give a shade to the bell.
Over 35% of the stock has now gone. The bells continue to fly as well.
Yeah, you would just continue to build that up.
Yeah.
And then to get the detail on your little pieces down here, the fronds in the image, I use my aqua marker for this, the fine tip, and I just draw them in. The fine tip on the aqua marker. So this one is using tan and moss. And then I would go onto those little tree fronds there, can you see? And add those in over the top of the emboss. And that gives that the colour, because doing that with a paintbrush, you're never going to get the detail.
No.
So best to do those with your aqua marker with the fine tip. You would continue to do that all the way around. Right, so you would continue to paint that. We don't need to watch it because I've got other things that I want to show you. So if I just fast forward and show you when you've done that, and I've done a little bit more there with the bell and the bow. But when you've done that, then what you're going to do is take your Harmony water reactive and a blending brush, and I've got Bordeaux, and then all I've done is go around the outside with Bordeaux to give it a little bit of a vignette, and then done some splashing with water if that's what you want to do. And then when you've done that and you've coloured the whole thing in, that's what you're left with.
Amazing.
Okay, I've also coloured the sentiment with a little bit of that Bordeaux ink. And I think leaving it white in the background and just putting the Bordeaux around gives the bells a little bit of a frame. It helps them
absolutely
pop.
right.
Yeah. So to put the card together then, I've got a large gatefold, just from a full sheet of either US letter or A4, whichever is your preference. And I've folded that into a gatefold card. Then I am going to do some matting and layering again, and I'm using the linen card and the papers from the paper pad, and I'm going to line the inside as well as the 2 gates. Again, I'd be using my Kalal all-purpose to do this matting and layering at home. If you're using a Crafter's Companion tape pen, that's good too.
Yeah.
But if you want this to be a keepsake and last for years, then I would recommend using your Kalal all-purpose.
I also find as well when you're using the wet glue, if you're a little bit sort of fingers
That's
and
a bit more
thumbs,
forgiving.
It is, isn't it? Because as soon as you stick that down,
You're
stuck.
Yeah.
Jinx.
You are. And then for my gates, I've done the same mats and layers, just to fit on the gates at the front. That's going to go on there.
You're getting lots of wows and loves coming through on the comments for this.
Oh, good.
Lots of love for that embossing folder as well. Colleen saying, love it. I love watching you paint, says Colleen. It was fun. You know, if we had more time in shows, we could probably watch Leann do the whole thing, but, you know, we only got 2 hours. We want to get onto some more, certainly squeeze in
Yeah, I
another
want to show you
demo.
lots of different things. Right, so for this panel here, this is where my emboss panel is going to go on top. I'm going to use some foam tape because I just want to lift it up a little bit, but it's only on one side, otherwise you end up with a very attractive coaster because the whole of your gatefold card is stuck down.
Ah, yes.
So you're just going to choose. Now, I'm also going against my own good advice for speed. When you're using foam, you always use a wet glue with it, don't you?
Yeah.
That's the law.
But you're not going to.
I'm not, because I'm wanting to whistle through these and show you other things in the collection, because I just think it's such a fab collection. You want to see as many different ways of using the different elements as possible. So I've got a couple more, with one with a creator card, one with an edgeable that I'd really like to show you.
Just whilst you're peeling the back off that foam, can you remind Mary, she says, what is the combination of plates to emboss the 3D embossing folder?
Certainly. Mary, I used a white, have you got a Gemini 2? So you use a cutting plate, the magnetic shim, and the thin metal shim, the thin die shim.
Yeah.
So it's either frosted in both collections. You don't use 2 cutting plates. So 1 cutting plate, magnetic, and thin metal shim.
Yes.
So that's just going to get stuck on one side of the gate, but it's a little bit raised, so it gives that lovely feel like that, and it's got that little bit of raised dimension. And then my finished topper can go there.
That embossing folder would also go through your MIDI, wouldn't it? Which is just through on its own, isn't it?
Yes, through on
Straight
its own.
through, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. There we go. So that goes on there. I've got a lovely sentiment which can go on with some 3D glue gel or another little bit of foam, whatever you want for speed. A couple of little snowflakes from another die collection, anything that you've got at home, that's an embellishment you want to use. Maybe put one of your little jingle bells on here if you want to. I think everything should have a jingle bell personally.
I do.
And then that is finished.
Blooming marvellous. Great, isn't it? 3 absolutely fantastic projects. So loads of inspiration. Sarah Thompson has just said how beautiful that is. She says, beautiful, Leann. I'm loving all the different techniques that you're using. And again, that's the point. You know, we want to make sure that you go home with lots of inspiration, lots of ideas. You know, the worst thing in the world would be if you got home and you got the collection and you're like, oh, I don't really know what to do with it. 3 demos already, another one coming up for you in just a little bit. And like I said, later on, I would imagine we'll be doing more of this on launch party for you too. And get that date in your diary, August the 26th, Bank Holiday Monday. You'll be able to see Craig's craft along with this collection as well. Over 35% gone. More will disappear in just a few moments because we're going to have a break right now. So give you opportunity to get those carts and your baskets checked out. Any more comments, fly those in. And also, if you've got any more questions for Leann, relevant to this or any sort of crafty conundrum, we'd love to hear from you. And we'll be back in about 4 minutes' time.
when I'm working, it's quite busy because I have to get up really early to come in to work if I'm going to be travelling from London. But otherwise, I'm quite lazy. I spend a lot of time in bed. Best part of my day is when we come in and I get to see everybody. I really enjoy being up here. It's really nice to see all my friends, and this is my happy place. I do like to see everyone, and also, of course, if Christina's in, I'm getting from Christina before I start the day. Early riser without a doubt. Never a night owl. I'm in bed at 9:30. Bath at night, shower in the morning. I'm very clean. Tea, the colour of He-Man. Both. I like pancakes with bacon and maple syrup. Craft along, because there's always a softer side to craft along. My phone, my life is my phone. Yeah, the phone and the dog, unless I'm coming up here and I can't bring the dog in. My favourite lunch isn't lunch. My favourite lunch is afternoon tea. That's what I'd like. Lots of selection of sandwiches, some scones, or scones, some cream and jam, and some little cakes. But I couldn't have it every day because I'd be the size of a house. Oh, that changes to the moment. My favourite song at the moment is Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. Or make myself a cup of tea and go and have a bath.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows, solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive marketing suites, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. Think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
I love this collection, says Isabel Laird. Modern, beautiful, and especially the sentiments, they are so lovely. The little verse that you get, or the big verse that you get with the bell, I think it's so magical. Can I just read it? By the way, if you want to get the gift box set, so it gives you the template to be able to make the box and the stamps, and also you get the 3 bells. If you want to get extras of those, you'll have to do it in this show, because we're reaching a point where we need to have loads of those available for the Showstoppers. So you're not, basically, if you want extras of the bells, you're going to have to get them in this show, because I don't think you'll be able to get them individually on launch party tonight. It says this. This is a bell from Santa's sleigh, a gift for you to keep. Ring it loud on Christmas Eve before you go to sleep. When Rudolph hears the jingle of your bell on Christmas night, he will guide the sleigh to you, his red nose shining bright. So hang it on your Christmas tree or somewhere else instead. You might just find a big surprise when you get out of bed. This is my bell that Leanne made for me, and I'm going to ring mine this Christmas Eve outside my house on my own. Oh, I take Molly outside. Yeah, Molly will come with me. Stephanie says
You could take it off and put it on Molly's collar. Should be could be Christmas dog.
Molly the Christmas collie.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
What a place to put it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That is what I'm going to do. Thanks for the suggestion, Annabelle.
You're welcome.
Stephanie says, the background plaid of the card reminds me of a warm sweater. It does, doesn't it? Like a warm Christmas sweater or like a nice sort of Christmas throw. You know, you might see in one of those sort of Scandinavian countries. Absolutely. Little Bear says, I've noticed that your foam roll can be torn to the correct length without needing scissors. That's amazing. I'll have to get some. So convenient and no need to have sticky scissors anymore. I know. And a quick question from Julie Palmer. We'll get on to another demo. She says, I just can't get my stamping right. I know you've been over this before, but which ink pads do I need for watercolouring and which pads for alcohol colouring, Leanne?
Okay, so you need Finesse alcohol proof for alcohol colouring and Finesse waterproof for water colouring.
Yes. Try that, Julie, and let us know how you go. Right. Let's get into another demo. Showstopper deal here. We'll run through everything as we get towards the end of the show, but basically you get everything in the Showstopper. We double up on the 6x6 pads for you in the Showstopper. We double up on the 12x12 pads for you as well, and you get the second 12x12 pad for free. If you just want the collection on its own, that is available. If you just want individuals as well, pick and choose. As I say, if you do want those bells, I think this will be the last show we'll be able to offer those to you as an individual item. So I would say get those in your basket and check them out in the next half an hour. Right, let us have a look at what Leanne is going to be up to. Ooh, are you making a box?
I'm making a box.
Jingly box.
With jingle bells.
Yes. I love it.
And I'm using the creator card on the top, Sleigh Bells Ring.
Nice.
And then we've got the lovely little jingle bell closure on there, which I think's gorgeous. So yeah, jingle bells. Top comes off the bottom. You've seen us make boxes lots of times before, so yes, that's what we're going to be doing. I think that creator card makes a beautiful topper on that box. So what you're going to do is 2 large pieces of card, score and cut your box. If you go onto our YouTube channel, you will see hundreds of demonstrations on how to make a box. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that, but I will assemble it. Because I do like to always give the top tips of how to get a nice straight-edged box. I'll also say, unless you've got a Crafter's Companion tape pen, do not use a dry glue to assemble a box. Okay. Always use a wet glue. If you've got our tape pen, feel free to use it to assemble your box because it'll stick it really well. So when you come to put your box together, always make sure that you line up the side parallel like that, and then you're looking for the, can you see here, the tab is just ever so slightly proud of the side of my box. Yes. That would not make a nice straight-edged box. So what you're looking to do is make sure that when you put that tab inside, it's not proud. And that gives you that beautiful straight edge. So actually, most people spend their time trying to line this up. What you want to do is line this up. Okay. And when you line that up, this naturally falls into place and it gives you a beautiful straight-edged box. Good tip. Okay, so I'll just show you again. Most of us would be trying to get this to line up and fighting with it, and then it would probably end up there, and you can see how it's just ever so slightly proud. If I forget about this and just concentrate on getting that lined up nice and straight, this then falls into perfect position. So it just makes it very easy for you putting your boxes together. Yeah. So if you've been frustrated with that in the past, that's probably what you're doing. Okay, so that's just my top tip on nice straight edges on your boxes. That's called boxing clever, that is. Thank you, Ben. That's a good one. Thank you. There was a joke this morning that I thought you would like, and I've forgotten it. Oh no! I've forgotten it, Ben. Come on. Rack the brains. What was it to do with? There was in The Guardian, you need to go to The Guardian. Right. There's a list of the 10 best puns from the Edinburgh Festival. Okay. What, this year? Yes, and it was in there. Okay. 10 best. Oh, I know. My compulsion to sing The lion sleeps tonight is only ever a whim away.
A whim away,
A whim away, a whim away. I thought that was funny. That's one of them. So I think you will appreciate the other 9.
I'm Googling them. I mean, I'm concentrating on what you're doing, obviously.
Of course you are.
I'm now also...
I'm making the top of my box at the same time. Yes, and Jamie, I know you would like it here, but I can't do it here for you, Petal. I've got to do it here because I've got to see where I'm doing it, otherwise we won't have a straight edge box. Thank you. That would be marvellous. Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie, just for that bit. I cannot do it in the middle, otherwise it wouldn't be straight. There, now I can. Okay, so what I did was, before I assembled that box, did you notice that I'd done all of the matting and layering on the box? That is another top tip from me. Because if you do your matting and layering when it's flat, you can put a lot of pressure on and get your glue nice and flat on there, get your mats and layers down nice and solid before you put the box together. Everything's nice and straight and stuck down and there's no curves. Because if you've tried before, this has certainly happened with me, when I'm wet gluing panels onto a box that's already assembled, you can't put the pressure on to stick it in place and your panels can curve up at the ends. So if that's happened to you, what you need to do is mat and layer before you fold the box top together. So I've done that, and now I've got my box top, which matches my box base perfectly. The size of my finished box is 5 by 6 by 3 tall. So it's a nice giftable size.
Yeah.
And I've used those lovely B-side plaid papers in there as well. So now what I've done is cut, and you don't need to see me do this, I've cut one of our creator cards with the Santa, and then I'm going to colour him. I've already started colouring. I've got a scrap of card here, and then I've got all of my markers here.
Okay.
So we can start to colour him in to put on the finished box top. So I'm just going to use some red, obviously for the sleigh and for his hat. And so with colouring, you would do the dark first. So you're just going to get your dark in. And with these, I find, because it's an approximation of Santa, it's not a stamp of Santa,
Yeah.
don't be too worried about getting this absolutely knock-on perfect.
Yeah.
Because all you're doing is getting some colour down so you can kind of see what it is he's sitting in. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
don't worry too much about you know, it being finished with beautiful 3D blends like a stamp would
It doesn't
be.
need to be too sleigh.
It doesn't need to be too sleigh at all, Ben.
No.
It can be unsleigh.
Yeah. It can be a little bit skibbity.
It can, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Skimmy.
Skibbity.
Skibbity.
Skibbity. I was telling Leanne, was it before the show in one of the breaks? Oh, just some of the new words that I'm learning courtesy of my now 13-year-old daughter. Have I got a 13-year-old? Have I got a 16-year-old? Anyway.
Ben.
Yeah?
Wait till you've got a 30-year-old.
Oh, don't.
Honestly. Come to me and complain then.
In 14 years' time.
Yeah.
Don't they grow up so quickly, Leanne?
They do, Ben. In the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Wait until your babies have babies, Ben.
Oh, no.
And then you've got something to cry about.
Although without wishing my children's life away, and you know,
It's
might
fabulous.
Not, yeah, it's and they might not decide to have children, but if they do, I am.
You're there for it.
I'm going to be fun granddad.
That's my husband. My husband's fun granddad.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, Edie. So fun granddad is magic.
Yeah.
And
What does magic?
Yeah, he's magic, and he can magic Freddo frogs out of your ear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I love a granddad that does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can magic whatever chocolate you would wish.
Yes.
That's in his granddad treat box out of your ear. And so Edie, who's 2, has obviously cottoned onto this. She loves it. She's mesmerised by it. She's like, how is my granddad getting Freddo frogs out of my ear that I can then eat? She's just totally in awe of our granddad.
Did she try to do it herself?
She's tried to do it herself, and it doesn't work because only granddads can do it.
She's got the magic.
Just granddads are magic, right?
Yeah.
So she tries. So now when she comes up, she comes in the living room, she goes over to him, she goes, Granddad, ear. And he's like, what's wrong with your ear, Edie? Frog? here, so we have to have a constant supply of Freddo frogs in the house now for when Edie comes, because Simon has to be able to magically produce Freddo frogs out of her ear. She's mesmerised by it.
That is so good.
You're going to be living your best life.
Well, I've got all of my stuff because I used to do children's entertaining back in the day.
Yes.
You know, entertaining. I would say my show was probably for like 4 to 7 year olds, and I've got all of like the self-working magic in a little suitcase in the garage. So that will all be coming out once again.
I love it.
The little I've got a little trick change bag where you could put something in and wave the magic wand and it would disappear. And then you could pull something else out. You know, you could turn like a handkerchief into, well, a Freddo frog, for example.
My girls would love that. That's what Simon does with them. They're living their best granddad life.
Yeah. Oh yes,
Right.
I could resurrect.
So it's Ada's party on the 6th of September. Please, can we book you for magic?
Well, I could probably resurrect the career.
Thank you, Ben.
Do you a little half-hour show.
They're having a lovely barbecue.
Yeah.
You can come and meet Elton.
Oh yes.
Yeah. You're very welcome, Ben, if you'd like to come and do some magic.
All right, let me do a bit of practice and we'll we'll sort that out.
So you see, I've finished colouring that in. So
Yeah.
when it's finished coloured, this is what it's going to be like. Very easy to do. I've done the whole thing while I was talking to you, basically. And then I've got other bits that I've cut. So I've cut the same die from a piece of mirror card. And on the back of there, I've just lined that with some 3D tape because that's going to be the topper on my box. And then on the back of here, we're just going to use dotty tape to put that in place.
Okay.
This is getting on my nerves. Go away.
Thank you, Leanne, says Nanny to the Girls, for the great tip on box making. And Lisa P says, I had a really dumb stamping problem. It was not coming out right and I was getting really mad. However, it was as simple as a lumpy spot on my craft desk.
Yes.
Duh, says Lisa P.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. That's the first thing I say to people. Clean your craft desk and see if that's the problem. So now I'm going to do a little drop shadow. So I've just done dotty tape all around the periphery on that, and over the top of my gold cut frame, just the little drop shadow, which always gives that little bit of extra wow, doesn't it? It's gorgeous. And then on this is just a green linen panel and some of that paper from the 6x6 pad this time for the size. The foam tape comes off the back. Remember my top rule when you're using foam tape at home, wet glue on top of the foam, especially if this is a keepsake, or if you're making these gift boxes now well before Christmas to put Christmas gifts in later. You don't want to go and get them out 2 days before you're taking a gift to someone and find that the toppers have fell off all the boxes you've made. So while foam tape is great for even dimension, it is not good for sticking. Yeah. And so therefore, always a wet glue. That, I'm afraid, is the law. There we are. And then that's going to go on top of that little panel there. And then I've got the sleigh bells ring. Are you listening? Are you listening?
What colour did you use on the bells, says Kendall?
On the bells, I used a tri-blend, and I used a gold-yellow blend. Yeah. So the gold-yellow blend of tri-blend, or if you have individual markers at home, GY2, GY3, GY5.
Right.
That little sentiment's going to go in there. That's also backed with a little bit of green linen card. And then this entire thing will go on top of my box. Voila. And then I've got a big bit of ribbon that'll go around there and tie, and then that'll get a little jingle bell on the front as well. And when we've done that, that's what you've got.
Love, love, love. I've loved this show because we've had a little bit of everything, haven't we? We've had the box, we've had cards, we've of course had the gift box with the jingle bell in there, and these are all things that you will be able to do when you get this collection. Cindy says, I got the Showstopper, extra 6x6 and 12x12. So yeah, you'll have had more. Like you'll have 3 lots now because you got, by getting the Showstopper, 2 lots of the 12x12, 2 lots of the 6x6. So you'll have 3 lots, plus you've got 2 extra bell boxes, which I think is a brilliant, brilliant buy. And Heather says, I always use wet glue on both sides of my foam tape. Leanne would be proud. She would be proud.
I'm very proud.
Anne says, my youngest is 30. How did that happen? And Betty Gossel in Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains, says, my daughter is 43 and my granddaughter is 12 going on 20. Lol. We've got about 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
Yeah?
Yeah, should we do one more demo and
Got
then
one
we'll
more for
do
you?
the boards at the end? We'll go
Yeah.
through everything. Okay.
And then we can have a look at the samples again if you like.
Yes.
Yeah, that would
Plan.
be nice. There's inspiration. Plan. I love a plan, Ben.
Yeah. I love when a plan
And
comes
I'm loving the
together.
fact that I'm able to show you all of the different things because it's so lovely to see how you're going to use them home. And then once you get it home, you can come back and watch the show
Exactly
and you
right.
can make along, can't
Yeah.
you? Right, so I'm just going to grab my edgeable die. Ada's having a Taylor Swift themed party.
Oh, I don't know if my magic show's Taylor Swift themed.
I mean, we could just play the Taylor Swift music for your entry.
I suppose you could, couldn't we? How does one have a Taylor Swift themed party?
We all have to come dressed as Taylor Swift.
I need a picture of you dressed as Taylor Swift. That
We
is
all
a...
have to come dressed as Taylor Swift, and obviously the only music that will be played
Yes.
is Taylor Swift.
Yes.
The end.
Yeah.
And then there'll be lots of party games themed to Taylor Swift. So there'll be like cowgirl games and
So take it off. You could have a game where you
Shake
get
it
the
off.
morning like... Oh, shake it. Oh, not take it off. Shake
yeah, they're
it
not
off.
taking it off. Shaking it off.
Ah.
Yes, they could shake it off.
Shake off like...
Shake off like
yeah.
layers of the passing of the parcel.
Yes.
Shake it off.
Yeah.
And shake it at each other. Yeah, that kind of thing. So we're looking forward to it. It's going to
Ah.
be good.
Okay.
Yeah. Taylor Swift themed party because she loves... Grandma, I love Taylor Swift. I'm like, I know you do. And she thinks she's going to be Taylor Swift when she grows up.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good aspiration to have,
Yeah,
isn't it?
absolutely.
When's the
Just-
party? 6th of September?
Yes.
No,
Check
it's
it out.
Friday, isn't it?
Sorry, it's the Saturday.
Oh.
Her birthday is the 6th. 7th. Are you not busy? Are you busy that day?
I could be unbusy, potentially.
Okay, thanks.
Just fancy dressing up as Taylor Swift, to be honest with you.
I've been looking at outfits. I passed on the glittery leotard.
Right.
I didn't think that was grandma appropriate.
Well.
Somehow. So I think I'm going to go like retro Taylor, which would be denim skirt, cowboy boots, Stetson, glittery hat, t-shirt.
Yeah. I think that'd be
I think
a...
that's all right. Is that appropriate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good look. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're going to do this edgeable card. I love this edgeable. I just think it's so impressive. Look how gorgeous that is. So we're going to look at how to do this. Again, time is of the essence, so you don't need to see me cut it. You've seen it a million times before. I've just got a plain 5, I'll tell you exactly how big it is. 5.5-inch square card, can be cut from US letter or A4.
Yeah.
And then the edgeable gets placed on the edge, run through the machine. When that happens, voila.
Voila.
Voila, you've got your edge. That's just, it could not be easier, Ben. So simple to use. So once you've done that, exactly as we did with colouring the Santa, just colour the bells.
Okay.
So you're just going to use your markers again, and I'm going to use the same gold blend because I think it's great for the bells. And you don't need to be too precise. So it's not a beautiful smooth blend competition here. It's get colour down and have an approximation of a bell, like we did with the first demonstration. So just getting colour in, going through the 3 colours of the tri-blend, or if you've only got 2 colours, the 2 you've got, that's fine also. Going from the dark around the outside and lighter into the middle.
Plenty of love coming through for the demos today. Love
Good.
all the demos. Thank you, Leanne, says Lynn. And Diane says, she doesn't say that. She says, I'm enjoying your demos, Leanne.
Oh, thank you.
Stephanie says, my youngest will be 40 on September the 7th.
Wow.
He's having everyone over for a barbecue. Is it a Taylor Swift barbecue?
Is it a Taylor Swift barbecue?
I love that. How old is she going to be?
She'll be 4.
I love the fact she's already because at that age you think, oh, it's going to be like, princess parties and or like a,
No.
or something like that. But it's Taylor Swift at
Taylor
4.
Swift.
I mean, that's quite sassy, isn't it?
She's definitely sassy.
Yeah.
She was to watch the Eras tour on Sky countless times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she can sing all of the words.
How's she got into Taylor Swift then, just from hearing it on the radio? Or?
On the radio, I think, and she's got like an older cousin who I think's probably...
Right.
And I think her mum secretly loves a bit of Taylor as well, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think there's a little bit of that going on too.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind myself, to be fair.
No, I don't mind a bit of Taylor.
And do you know what? I think she's an exceptional, strong female role model for a young girl.
Yeah.
So we're good with that.
Yeah.
We were a little bit worried when she wanted to watch Lizzo on the glass, on whatever show that was on. I don't think she's amazing, incredible artist.
Yeah,
huge
not for a
respect for her,
4-year-old.
but not for a 4-year-old.
No.
It was our outfits, I think, weren't appropriate for a 4-year-old. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's just me being a stuck in the water granny.
Well, you know, you've got to look out for these things, haven't you?
Granddad's eyes were on stalks, let's just put it that way. Granddad was like, I'm not so sure. I don't know about this. Yeah.
It's always been Megan Trainor for our.
Oh, nice. She's
our
also a
Daisy.
good one.
Yeah, she is. Well, I've got into Megan Trainor off the back of Daisy always wanting to play her songs, so I've got a few of her songs now. My favourite song playlist.
Why not?
Yeah, can't beat a bit of Megan.
Right, so you see I'm colouring.
Yeah.
Fast forward to more colouring, and that's what it's going to look like. Fast forward to doing the same technique I showed you with the big jingle bells earlier, and do a little bit of paper piecing into the coloured bells with some mirror card, and you've got something really gorgeous. To be able to do that paper piecing, all I've done is stick a piece of acetate at the back here, so I've got somewhere to stick that on.
Yeah.
And then this black behind the bells comes from cutting the edgeable again in black card and doing a drop shadow, so that you've got all of that lovely detail there. It really does make it pop, doesn't it? It pops so much more than just when it's coloured, having that black drop shadow behind. So that's how we got to that point. Once you've done that, it's then a case of just decorating as you wish. So inside, I'm going to have a matin layer using the linen and a piece of the beautiful paper, again from the pad. I think this might be another B-side, Ben.
That's it.
Yeah?
All about the B-sides today.
It's all about the B-sides today. Can I just say the A-sides are beautiful?
Yes.
Yes, so if you want to use the A-sides, please do on any of these demonstrations. I was obviously just in the B-side groove.
B-side. We'll hover on the A-sides more when we flick through the pad in a minute.
Yeah.
Because we've got to have a bit of balance, haven't we?
Yeah, I've got a bit of balance, and they're nice to see them as well because they are gorge. There we go, another bit on there, and then a bit of foam tape just to lift this little pennant up. So I've just freestyled, cut, you know, free-handed a little pennant here, just from linen card and the beautiful paper. Craft knife to get that off.
Are we allowed to say what's coming up tomorrow as well, Nicola, by the way, or is that still like hush-hush? Okay. Leanne's back in tomorrow.
I am.
So make sure...
But Ben.
What?
Ben, it's something really exciting tomorrow.
I know.
Are you excited?
I am super duper excited.
I have seen the content.
Yes.
Have you?
I haven't looked at it in great detail, but I have, from the meeting that we had, was it last week, Nicola? I know the plans and what was sort of concepted. So it's very big.
It's huge.
If there was a noise to describe the shows tomorrow,
Yeah.
it is.
That's exactly it.
Yep.
I am Trez excited.
Trez excited. We are going on a big clearance day of the global variety. It's a clearance around the world. A clearance heard around the world. It's 2 hours with me and Leanne from midday, and then the second half of that tomorrow live at 5 with Craigle. And well, you'll want to watch both shows, is all I'll say, because there's plenty of reasons to watch both. It's going to be a massive day, so make sure you're up early. Set your alarms.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, can I tell everybody what it is? It's a global
Yeah.
clearance.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I was shooketh when I seen, I'm going Taylor vibe, shooketh, shook, when I seen the deals. I was very, very surprised.
And I also think tomorrow there's going to be a lot of healthy competition between, well, the three of us actually, because we've all put together.
I'll win.
Well.
I'll win.
Well.
I'll win.
But.
Yeah.
I.
No. Me.
Well.
Me.
Maybe.
Me.
Me.
I'll win.
Maybe.
Yeah, no.
Well.
Definite. For sure.
You.
Guaranteed.
Maybe.
No.
I.
Thank you.
Will.
Me.
Win.
Me.
Tune in tomorrow and you decide, yeah?
Me?
Probably me.
Me.
Maybe me.
No, definitely me.
Maybe Craig.
No, me.
Could be me.
Me.
Maybe me.
I'm going to win.
Have you finished your card?
Yeah.
I can't remember what we're up to.
I've finished.
Yes.
So I've done the, so I'll just show you this one first, sorry, Jamie, because I can't pick it up because I've got wet glue. So I've done all of the layers. I'll pick it up a little bit, so you can see I've done all of the dimension there, so foam tape, etc. I felt it was missing a jingle bell again.
Yeah,
the
you've got to
original
jingle
one
your
I've done.
bells.
You've got to jingle your bells. So this was the original one. It looks fabulous, doesn't it? All I've done is 3D glue gelled a little jingle bell under there. Look, it makes all the difference.
It does.
And it will do the jingling once it's dry. So that's what I've done. Everything else was the same. I've just put the addition of the little jingle bell in there and that'll give a little jingle. I think you need to have jingle bells everywhere, Ben.
Yeah, it does. The rule is if you're making anything from this collection, is you've got to have a jingle of sorts on the project. Whether it be a big jingle or a small jingle, you've got to have the bells, because that's the name of the collection, isn't it? You know, jingle all the way. Thank you. Do what once for you? What, jingle the bells?
What's the collection called? It's like a movie.
What do you want me to say? The name of the collection?
Yes, please.
I'm not a performing seal. Hey, come on! This is the Jingle All the Way collection. This is so great. Come on, what are you waiting for? I was just looking for the Turbo Man doll. Look at the bells. They jingle. Come on, buy them now. Get to the website. Do it. Who told you could eat my cookies?
Please, please will you record that so I can have it as a ringtone for Christmas?
Yeah,
I need it as my ringtone for Christmas.
I'll record it.
Thank you.
Oh!
What?
You just reminded me.
What?
We were chatting the other day on the show. Nicola, do you know what I'm going to say? We were chatting the other day on the show. I don't know how plausible or feasible this is. Do you remember back in the day, they used to do cards where you'd open them up and they'd play a tune, I'm sure I didn't dream this, but they used to do ones where you could record your own message.
Correct.
Like, how feasible would it be for us to do that?
Very.
Well, no. We're just thinking, like, you know, we could record, or people could buy ones with our voices in, or we could do voices, or I just think that would be a go, or not really?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. No problem.
Or with maybe like a dad joke in there.
Yeah.
Because I also said, you know, about like the dad jokes and stuff, we could have like a bolt on to the scratch and reveal where you have like your joke and then your punchline under the...
That would be good.
I'm suggesting ideas and Leanne's not running away. No, that was all I had. That was just those two ideas, wasn't it? You remember. What are we doing now? Oh, right, okay, boards. Well,
we're going to look at the boards, then we're going to look at some samples.
Okay, we'll go quickly because we've only got 6 minutes. Can you please mention the dimensions of the paper used for the box? It looks like a 3-inch box.
Right, so if the box side here, so let me just tell you this dimension of this side, Paula. So this is 6 by 5. So the first matten layer would be 5 3/4 by 4 3/4, and then the second matten layer would be 5 1/2 by 4 1/2. And you just keep coming down by 1/4 inch each matten layer to put on the side, and that leaves you the little white border and then a little step between the linen and the pattern paper.
There's loads of people getting very excited about tomorrow now. Yes, clearance, global, you need to be in, it's going to be big. Very quickly rattle through this and then we'll show you some finished samples. So the Showstopper is everything I'm about to show you now, but you get double up on the 12 by 12 and the 6 by 6. The 12 by 12, the second one, you don't pay for. This is the gift box set. You get the template in here to be able to create the little gift box where you're going to put your jingle bell. You also get the template to be able to make your tag and the stamps to bring you the beautiful sentiment here and then that full Christmas verse. It is absolutely magical, and you need this in your life. Maybe buy more. You get the ribbons as well within this, so those are going to work perfectly to attach to your bell, so you can hook that through the the top of your box should you wish to be able to do that. You also get, as far as the bells are concerned, the little mini diddy bells. You get 10 of those included, and you get 5 gold, you get 5 silver. And as we said, the law is now that if you're making a project, you have to have a jingle bell on your project. It's just such a lovely collection. But you've seen most of this, and that's what I love about this show. In this show, you've seen the beautiful embossing folder. We've been using all of the stamps in this set as well. So you've got loads of Merry Christmas stamps, Joy to the World, Jingle All the Way, come on. You've also got your full verse of Sleigh Bells Ring, Are You Listening? Which again, we've seen in various guises on the finished samples. Earlier on in the first hour, you saw those dancing bells being used. So you've got those in die-cut form with the foliage. There's that beautiful Jingle Bell stamp. And also, as you just saw a few moments ago, the beautiful edgeable with the jingle bells and bows. You've seen the sleigh bells ring, stamp and die set on the box that we did a little bit earlier on, and that is all included within the Showstopper bundle. On top of all of that, you are also going to get your beautiful paper pad, 12 by 12 and 6 by 6. The 6 by 6 is the only thing that you didn't get in the HSN bundle. So if you want to make sure you've got everything, then you need to be grabbing that. It is a sized down version of the 12 by 12 pad, purposely showing you the A sides here, because as Leanne was pointing out, we saw a lot of the B sides in the demos, but we need to kind of respect and love. I love the silver bells, almost more than the gold bells, I think.
Yeah. I do too, and I think that gives you more of a Scandi feel. So you know, you've got lots of different styles in that pad. You can go traditional, you can go a little bit more country cottage, you can go a little bit Scandi if you want to. I think it's just a really lovely, useful pad across different genres. It can feel modern. It feels modern in places. It feels traditional in places. It's got a lovely variety and very easy to use papers, I think, however you decide to use them with the other things in the collection. Yeah, and the nice thing again about the patterns that you've seen a lot of on the cards that Leanne's shown you already today, that's very useful papers for just wintertime cards as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be Christmas. You get that replicated in the 6 by 6. I won't flick through because we're running out of time. And of course you get all of your luxury linen cardstock as well to match up. So you get 24 sheets, 6 sheets, 6 different colours, 4 sheets of each. That's all included. If you go for the Showstopper, 2 12 by 12s, you don't pay for the second one, 2 6 by 6s, £90.38 or £119.12. I think this will be the final show as well where you get the opportunity to buy that gift box individually. If you want to do that, shop in this show. We've got about 2 minutes to have a look at some finished samples. Well, let's go quick. So the first thing you need to see is this, isn't it? This is what we made right at the top of the hour, using that lovely gift box with the jingle bells in there, with that fabulous little sentiment inside. Go and rewind the show to hear what that says. I don't think I've got time to read it out for you now. Then we've got this fabulous Santa's sleigh in a beautiful gift box he's seen us do. A wonderful gatefold card with a 3D folder on there. This huge stamp, Sleigh Bells Ring, Are You Listening, is incredible, just to fussy cut yourself a tag. Beautiful stamp to do some colouring if you're a colouring traditionalist, and again you can do it in the silver or in the beautiful gold. Colour's up to you because it's a gorgeous stamp. Beautiful with those big bold sleigh bells and foliage in there. This has to be one of my very favourites, this one. I think it's absolutely gorgeous with that big sleigh bell from that collection, just in the aperture with the beautiful papers. And again, the gorgeous edgeable that we've got there. This, incredible, using the edgeable in an aperture with that sentiment on there as well. The possibilities with these are endless, and every single one of them is exquisite. And you're going to absolutely adore working with these, Ben. It is an exceptional collection. I can understand why so many of you, and I've seen lots of comments of people saying it's your favourite Christmas collection. I even saw one comment earlier on of someone saying that it was their favourite collection of all time. I can understand that. It's a beautiful collection. It's a must-have, so grab it. If you can go for the Showstopper, that's definitely the thing to do. If you are on a smaller budget, of course, pick and choose. But if you are picking and choosing, and as I say, just to warn you again, if you want that gift box set with the big bells in, I would be shopping for those now. Don't wait till the launch party later on, because I have a feeling you won't be able to get them. Leanne, thank you so much. It's been a lovely show. It's always lovely to have you here. Thank you for this show, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Yes, I can't wait for tomorrow. It's a very exciting day. I don't think I'll sleep much tonight, Ben. No. It is almost like Christmas Eve, isn't it? It really is. Make sure you're with us tomorrow, and make sure you're back with us tonight at 5. Me and Craig, launch party. Until then, bye for now.